Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is James Dixon with the VTV podcast. We want to welcome you all to the show once again. Thank you for tuning in. We have a special guest today, Miss Jennifer Harper. How are you today?
I'm very good.
Good, Miss Jennifer. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
I'm excited to have conversation with you. Let's begin really quick. We'll jump right into it. This segment is called Glaciers. We break the ice.
Yes.
If there's any icebergs in here, we're going to get them out the way.
Okay.
Okay. So your job title with the city of Vicksburg is?
The director of the Vicksburg Senior Center for the city of Vicksburg.
Okay. And you've been in that position for how long?
Ooh, since October 2001.
2001.
Been there a while.
Okay. Yep. Any other positions or titles that you've
No.
held with the city of Vicksburg?
No, it's a lot of people ask me all the time, how did you land in this job? How did you get here? And I always tell them it's my divine assignment.
Assignment.
I have no idea. It was the last day they were accepting applications for the job because the previous director had moved with her family to Virginia. And some of the attendants knew me, and they said, Jennifer Harper would be great for this job.
Yeah.
And I was in the medical field, and I said, why do y'all want me to apply?
Yeah.
And it was the last day they were accepting applications, and something just drove my car here. And I got that slip of paper, and next few days, Miss Walterine Langford called and said, we have a firing squad that would like you to come sit before them. And I said, a firing squad? And they said, yeah. So the interview panel ended up being the seniors, some of the very well-attended seniors. And they fired some questions at me, and I fired some answers back. And the mayor at the time was Lawrence Lyons, and he said, you have to work with them, and they have to work with you. I don't need to be in on these interviews because y'all will be together, not you and me.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up, and that's why I called it my divine assignment.
Divine assignment. I like that.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
So you said that before the interview with the firing squad, you were in the medical
I
field.
was in the medical field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nurse.
Yes.
Okay.
Over at United Medical,
Okay.
which was a Duramed home infusion.
Okay. 2001 was your insertion
Yes.
into the city's staff.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was burnt out. Everybody gets burnt out with their job,
That's true.
So I kind of lost my edge in the healthcare, and then here I am.
And you needed a change of scenery.
I needed a change of scenery, and it's beyond anything I ever imagined. So
Okay.
I think I'm here to stay.
Here to stay.
I think so.
I got you. Are you a resident?
I'm a born, raised, educated.
Okay.
I was one of the ones that said, I can't wait to get out of this town. I'm going to college. I'm going to see y'all later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to college,
Yeah. And then you came back.
came back.
Yeah.
There's no place like home.
Yeah.
I had some red shoes on like Dorothy.
Wow. I like that.
Yep.
So you have a passion for the city.
I have a passion for the city, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I've seen it, just like any old timers would say, I've seen it go through the changes. So, and my dad, Tommy Akers, was a board of supervisor.
Okay.
So, I was very familiar with politics, and I don't like politics.
I've heard that before.
I don't play those games very well.
Yeah.
I'm not good for that.
So as a staff member with the city, I would say you stay away from the political part of things.
I try to because I am so opinionated.
Yeah.
And
that could be a good thing, though.
it depends on who you're speaking with. Because I've tried to, I tell myself frequently, use your filter
Mm,
because the truth hurts. I'm sorry.
it does. Yeah.
Don't ask me my opinion if you don't want it.
And some people cannot control that filter,
That's right.
or they don't have one at all.
No,
Yeah.
no. I have one. It's just hard to find.
Right. You lose it sometimes. You got
I
to go
lose it
find it,
sometimes.
track
And
it down.
yeah, and after things settle, I'll go back and say, man, feed me those words.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that covers a lot of what I had for glaciers. I appreciate that. That way we can kind of dive into some other things.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting that you were in the medical field, and then you transition into your position that you hold right now. Because I would guess that you have to have some background in healthcare,
Yeah.
holding the title that you do,
Yes.
and the service that the senior center provides
Yeah.
to the people.
The seniors, some of them have very serious conditions. Some of them don't have any conditions at all, but they thrive on sympathy.
Mm.
And so, being in the having the medical background, you can wade through it. You know when to be stern. You got to know when to be tender. So yeah, and there's some people over there that they want to be sick,
Mm.
and for whatever reason, I don't know, and I have to tell some of them, hey, y'all got to get over that. Come on now.
Yeah. It's a mental thing.
Yeah, it's a mental thing, and I think it's because they need some attention. They need some TLC. They need somebody close by to let them know that they're special.
Okay. Was that a lot of what you do on a daily?
Yes.
It's more of the,
Uh-huh.
I guess we'll call it the empathetic, just providing that type of support. Okay. Let me ask you this: How does a citizen who is a senior in this community, how do they get linked up with
All
the
they
senior
have to
center?
do is call, come by. A lot of churches will, a lot of churches have senior groups as well.
Yeah.
And they'll say, oh, well, we need to go visit the senior center.
Yeah.
Or some family members will call and say, I need help.
Mm.
I have a mother, I have a father, I have an aunt, I have a grandmother, I have a grandfather. We need to get them out of the house. And I always tell people, it's okay to retire and go home,
Yeah.
but don't sit in that chair because that chair has two arms and it will wrap around you and then it will hold you down.
Mm.
And then all those years of working have just been wasted. So get up out of that chair.
And
that
do
chair
something.
will be there when you get back. Go live your life. Go have a good time. Come to the center, meet new friends, get reacquainted with old friends.
Okay. I think it's an important feature in the community.
Oh, it's
'Cause like you
very
said,
important.
you have some people who would just stop working, retire, and just sit
Go
around.
home and sit and, excuse the phrase, but they just rot.
Yeah.
They do nothing.
Yeah.
And depression will set in. Then they'll lose contact with their friends. And a lot of them have family members, but the grandkids and the great grandkids, they've outgrown,
Yeah.
me and Pawpaw.
Yeah. So with the activities and the service that's provided, is there an age range?
Yes. The age requirement is you have to be 50 years old or older. You do not have to be a resident of Vicksburg or a resident of Warren County. The boats that come in and dock, we have frequent visitors from the boats. They'll come
Okay.
up and, hey, I need to check my email.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi's down. I'm out of minutes or data's burn up or
Yeah.
slowed down. So I welcome them, and some of them have returned.
Mm.
They
Okay.
would go home and they'd come back on, in their own personal vehicle, just coming through Vicksburg, seeing parts of the town that they didn't see when they were traveling
Right.
on the boats.
Right. So the senior center is integrated into the tourism too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's another feature for the
Right.
city.
Right.
They can advertise that.
And 50 years old is not old. And I
Right.
have a lot of people say, I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
There's nobody in there but somebody sitting in wheelchairs and walkers.
And that's not true.
That's not true
Not
at all.
necessarily. Yeah.
No. And the ones that are in wheelchairs will have races.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got to have fun doing everything.
I agree. I do agree.
Yeah.
So, activities, if you could speak on that, you mentioned a race, a wheelchair race or
Yeah.
something of that nature. What other things do you all provide?
Oh gosh, we start off on Mondays at 10 o'clock. We have chair yoga, and it's with music, and it's not just solemn music and
Yeah.
soft Kenny G music.
I need to get into that with this bad back I got.
Yes,
The yoga feature.
Yes, you do. We will welcome you with open arms.
Yes, indeed.
We will have Marvin Gaye singing. We will
Mhm.
have Bell playing. We have a lot of good fun times with music because music is a medicine.
It is.
And so Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we have regular chair exercise, and I don't want people to get confused with chair exercise. It works you out,
Mm-hmm.
and I always tell the seniors, do what you can.
Mm-hmm.
Don't push yourself on the first few days or the first week.
Yeah.
Just work at your own pace. Everybody has to start from day one.
Mm-hmm.
And don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. Hey, whenever I do it with them, I'm sweating.
Yeah. I mean, they shouldn't be embarrassed. I mean, they're
No.
doing something healthy. They're
Exactly.
being active.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're moving.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, sweating to the oldies. Let's do it.
Yep. Get up and move.
Yeah, get up and move. We have a lot of educational programs. The Gold Diggers Club, which is a financial,
Hold on now.
all right.
Gold digger. Come on. That title alone. Yeah.
It catches your attention.
It
doesn't
does. Yeah.
Yep. Some of them don't have two pennies to rub together, and some of them have more money than sense.
Yeah.
And so, it's good to keep them abreast of finances because today's times are hard.
That's true.
It's hard for two people working,
Mm-hmm.
their jobs.
It is.
And can you imagine just having a limited income? And
I
they've
can't.
got to eat, they've got to take their medicine, and it's so heartbreaking to see them really sit there and choose. Well, can I split this pill up to make it last longer? Because in 2 weeks I need to pay my water bill.
Right.
Or in the wintertime I need to pay some on my gas bill.
Yeah.
It's juggling. And they do. Some of them have to split their pills in half to make them last because they're running short on money.
Yeah.
And I will be stern with those that misspend their money.
Yeah. So Gold Digger is a class.
It's a episode where
Yeah.
we all get together once a month, and somebody will say, "Hey, I made I got involved in this penny stock."
Yeah.
So
So you're talking finances,
talking
spending
finances,
habits,
spending habits,
all of that.
what Kroger has on sale,
Yeah.
what Corner Market has on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you buy a Boston Bud? They're 99 cents a pound.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Hmm.
That way, community can come together and
Yeah,
discuss,
yeah,
topics that the next household
right,
may need to know.
right.
Yeah. So I like that concept.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What other activities?
Oh, let's say every Wednesday at 1 o'clock we play bingo,
Yes, indeed.
and they're serious about that bingo now.
Any money involved?
No money is ever involved.
Dang, I was gonna come over.
I know, I know.
Yeah.
No, we don't. We don't.
Okay.
Now I laugh and tell everybody when the mayor comes in, y'all hide your money. There
Uh
he
huh.
is,
Yeah.
and everybody just cackles and laughs.
Yeah.
And but
He
we
should
play.
be handing out ones on Wednesdays.
Well, the mayor sometimes, especially during the holidays, he'll come over and sponsor a bingo.
See? Yeah.
20s fly.
Ooh.
Woo, they got wings, and they love it.
Next time he comes over, let me know.
Yeah, but you and I can't. You'd have to punch out. We can't. I cannot
We'll talk about it.
benefit.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
See,
Let's
now,
move on
Mabel?
from that because I think we might get in trouble with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Other activities. We play a lot of cards.
Okay.
Cards are. It's not just a game. Cards are exercises for your mind,
Mm-hmm.
hand-eye coordination,
Yep.
and those that don't want to play cards, they can play checkers. They can play chess. We have chess lessons or classes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something the men like to do.
Yeah.
We're starting up a poker class too.
Really?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
got this one lady that I won't call her by name, but she's in her 90s.
Mm-hmm.
She has a little poker table game every week,
Mm.
and it's three of her college friends. They
Okay.
all went to Ole Miss together.
Yeah.
They have been playing since they were in college,
Wow.
and they're in their 90s.
In the 90s, yeah.
Yes.
90
That-
years old.
Yes, and she still drives, and her
What?
mind is, yes, sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
Sharp as a tack.
Yeah.
Other activities that's getting very popular is the art classes
Mm-hmm.
and crocheting and knitting.
Mm.
Quilting is coming back. It's a art. It's a dying art.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a
coming
lost art. I don't know any of my peers who say, "Hey, I quilted something,"
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's important.
Sure, it is.
Using your hands,
Mm-hmm.
being creative. Yep,
Hand-eye coordination,
exactly.
and they've got to get that needle rocking.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them, look at that needle rock.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's an art for sure.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to sit down and quilt, it would be up, down
Yeah.
with the needle.
It might take you a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's say bus trips. We're going on a bus trip.
Okay.
The city purchased a bus
Mm-hmm.
along with the Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Okay.
The bus was intended to be used by the board
Hmm.
and the seniors. So we have been quite a few places.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've taken them to New Orleans. I've taken them to New Orleans twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Hold on now. Wait a minute.
Where you want to go?
I want to go to New Orleans.
They need to clean it up. We'll
I agree.
With it. Yeah, they need to clean it
I
up.
do agree.
Probably in October,
Mm-hmm.
maybe in November when it's cooler.
Yeah.
And that way the smell's not so prominent.
Yeah. So on the New Orleans trip, did you all visit museums, art parks?
We went to some museums. We went to the aquarium one time.
That's nice.
I've
Yeah.
taken them to Monroe to the Beaten Horn Museum
Okay.
and zoo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just go and have fun.
Right, and engage minds and bodies at
Yes.
the same time.
Yes.
Physical activity.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
having a bus to travel on, it gives them the opportunity to go somewhere they would not have driven themselves.
Right.
or they don't have a vehicle that's dependable.
Right.
So we load up the bus, and at the end of the month, we're going to Mound Bayou and Marigold, Mississippi,
Mm.
to Peter's Pottery and McCarty Pottery, and then we'll scoot over to Cleveland and
Mhm.
go have lunch.
Wow.
And then I want to take them through Rolling Fork because
Yeah.
they haven't been through Rolling Fork since
Yeah.
the
The
tornado.
tornado. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and let them see what devastation there is.
Because they are still rebuilding.
They're still suffering,
Yeah.
and it'll be a reminder to us
Mm-hmm.
of how fortunate we are,
Yes, indeed.
because that tornado could have very well
Mm-hmm.
crossed that river and hit us.
Yep.
But everything happens for a reason,
That's true.
so we were spared.
I agree.
So let's enjoy life.
Enjoy life. Enjoy it while we can.
Yes,
I do
yes,
agree.
yes.
I do want to kind of speak on that upcoming trip.
Yes.
The pottery, I guess, his company.
It's
Will-
Peter's Pottery.
Will you all be able to make pottery?
No, they're gonna. Hopefully, they'll be able to do a demonstration,
Demo. Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it depends on what they have in the kiln.
Yeah.
And but they make beautiful pottery up.
Yeah.
That Delta dirt,
It's
just
different.
nothing like it.
I agree.
There's
agree.
nothing like the Delta.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So maybe we can go by and see Morgan Freeman.
Maybe. He might be
We've
out there
got
somewhere.
connections.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Be sure to take photos.
One of our drivers, who is a retired American airline pilot,
Okay.
he retired after 9/11.
Mm.
He got stuck in the air that day, so he kind of folded his wings up for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
and he started flying for Morgan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Right here in little old Mississippi.
Sweet little old Mississippi.
Yeah.
Sleepy little old Mississippi.
Sleepy Mississippi.
That's right.
Understood. So, Ms. Jennifer, let me ask you this as well.
Okay.
What can the city of Vicksburg, the community, the citizens, the businesses, what can they do to support the senior center?
Oh gosh, they can support us by donating treats, snacks,
Mm-hmm.
drinks. We have quite a few tournaments. Donate prizes, and it doesn't have to be big prizes. Just something that they can take home
Right.
that they didn't come to the center with.
Exactly.
It's just it's a fun game. They don't have to survive with it,
Mm-hmm.
although I do, I try to keep them aware of the weather
Yeah.
and, survival kits.
Yeah.
We put survival kits together in no time flat.
Yeah.
But if they could just support us by donating,
Mm-hmm.
and the community can support us by participating.
Mm-hmm.
50 years old is not old.
It's not.
It's just 50 years old. A lot of the people are still working.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have a couple of evening programs, like line dancing Monday evenings.
That's interesting too.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that are working, they get off at 5.
Mm-hmm.
They come to the senior center. They do line dancing, just to have fun.
Mm-hmm. Have fun. Stay
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, stay
Yep,
busy.
stay in motion.
In the day, right?
Mhm.
Right. And then after COVID, we're having difficulty starting back the chess games.
Mhm.
COVID just wrecked the whole program.
Yeah, it
Shut us
changed a
down.
lot in America.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Changed our habits,
Mhm.
changed our way of living,
Mm-hmm.
changed our hours,
Right.
changed me.
Me
I
too.
was reassigned to inspection in the housing department.
Mm.
So-
Because of the lack of
Yeah.
participation at the senior
right.
center.
Well, the board closed the center.
Okay. Gotcha.
So,
Yeah. It changed the land. COVID changed the landscape of a lot of things.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the devil's work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Although we're not supposed to talk about religion or politics.
That's true. Maybe we can talk
But
about that next
I'll
time.
tell anybody and everybody. That's the devil at work.
Yeah.
And I know where the devil's playground is too.
Oh, we.
Ooh, yes. And
Okay.
I have pictures of some people in the devil's playground.
Whoa. And so we're gonna have to bring you back
Mm-hmm.
on a special episode.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed. So I do want to reiterate, the community of Vicksburg, and kind of reach out, using this podcast for that support, because I agree that what you're doing, what the city is doing with the senior center, is a very intricate part of our community, and any business owner, any business that may see this, reach out. I guess they can call the action line. They can call you
They
direct.
can call the senior center,
Mm-hmm.
601-630-8059.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be glad to answer any questions.
Mm-hmm.
I just want the community to know that unfortunately we're not a daycare.
Yeah.
I cannot stop someone from walking out the door,
Right.
and some people are suffering from dementia.
Yeah.
And if they go out and they get confused, the city can't be responsible for that.
Gotcha.
But the senior center is it's a very valuable asset to the city,
I do agree.
and we're a retirement community,
Mm-hmm.
and not too
Certified.
many- that's right. Not too many communities in Mississippi have a senior center that's this wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
They might be bigger, but not as
Not
good.
this wonderful. Yeah.
No,
I understand that.
no.
Miss Jennifer, I appreciate you coming to speak with us today.
Good. I appreciate the invitation,
Yes, ma'am.
and I will love to come back and continue to talk.
Oh, we're going to have you back because we need to talk about some of those other hot topics.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good deal.
Okay.
I'll be glad to.
All right. So, to all the viewers, thank you once again for tuning in to the VTV podcast. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, Spotify. We're also on Facebook, and we also have a TikTok. So, y'all tune in, lock in, join what we're doing. Y'all have a great, great day. Again, thank you, Miss Jennifer.
Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Pleasure's mine.
Yes, ma'am.